Good morning, Miss Beverly. Good morning, you guys. Hope you guys are having a pretty good morning starting off so far. Be with you guys for just a little bit, and then I got to get busy working. Good morning, Miss Valerie. How's everybody doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing, guys? If you guys are new here, my name is Scott. I am a certified Christian divorce recovery coach, and I help people heal from trauma bonds, healing from divorce and breakups every day. You guys are dropping your questions. You guys at work? Are y'all off today? How is everything? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Double tap the screen, guys. Let's get to 5,000 likes. Facebook, I see you guys popping in. Working with your parents. I'm off today. Cool. Well, what are you guys struggling with this morning? We're talking about healing from divorce and breakups. What are we struggling with? Appreciate the follows, guys. Still in bed with the kids. That's awesome. Yeah, I had to take my daughter to school this morning. I got to go back and get her from cheerleading practice later on today. Let's go, guys. Hope you guys are having a good morning, man. What's up, Jennifer? I see you guys are all in here. Let me see here. All right. Good morning, Rose. Good morning, whatever that is. I can't spell that. Can't say that. What's up? Facebook, say good morning. I see you guys popping in. Facebook and YouTube, we're dropping in. I see you guys. So come on in, guys. We're talking about healing from divorce and breakups. What are you guys struggling with? How many of y'all are going through a breakup or a divorce right now and you don't know what you're going to do? You don't know what tomorrow is going to bring and you're struggling. It is not a fun place to be. I got you. Let me ask you guys this. If you've gone through a divorce or a breakup, what was the reason? Why did you go through it? You took 120,000 or he took 120,000? They can send that to me. I'll borrow that. Let's go, guys. She cheated. Yep, that's a good reason to leave. Yeah, can't say that, but all right. That'll work. That works. Trust issues. He slept with my best friend. That's called cheating. Yep, I'm in a separation right now with divorce on the horizon. Why? Looks like I have communication and prioritizing. Okay. I got you. Listen, I'm not, let me hush. I'm a hush. Ooh, I started to say that no after realizing some things were not okay. I got you. The triangle for years. What was the reason for y'all getting a divorce? I'm gonna just have to say it. Some of y'all are in here bashing men and you're dressed like sluts in your pictures, man. I'm just gonna say it. He cheated on me with come on now. You got your boo-boos everywhere, hanging out everywhere. Come on now. Yeah, but there are some terrible people out here that would cheat on you. Huzzies. Oh, Lord. Thank you, Benji. I can't help it. My filter got turned off this morning. I just can't help it. It just drives me crazy. 32 years, I left. Why'd you leave, Miss Janet? What's up, Tan? Let's go. Let's go. Yes, it does. No man is ever going to want to build a kingdom with someone who wants to get attention from the villagers. He thought the grass was greener. Okay, so does that mean that he left for another woman or what? 25 years and recently left last weekend. Why? So when you guys say that you left, tell me why you left. What's up, Bianca? I see you guys jumping in. Why did you leave? So Tana, no, there's nobody on this earth that's worth that. You left for disrespect. How was he disrespecting you? Yeah, send me a message. I can show you. I did not know you could not say that word. Yeah, we got it. Teresa, I'm getting ready to leave for work at the marina. All I have to say is no contact. It worked for me 1 year and 7 months. Scott, thank you so much. Life is good. Have a great day. I appreciate that, man. 15 years and he left me for another woman, 2 kids, and just thrown out like trash. Well, that had nothing to do with your value, man. That had everything to do with his loyalty. Unless you were crazy as a fruit bat and you complained every single day. I don't know. I mean, that various reasons why people decide to leave. I know it's painful. Does he still see his kids? We have just grown so apart. We had separate lives anyway. Yeah, that's called the roommate stage, and every single marriage goes through that. Every single marriage goes through that. No contact works. It does. What's up, Jimmy? I see you, buddy. Relationships have expiration dates. Nah, they don't have to. They don't have to. It boils down to just 2 different types of creatures. We're all humans, but men are logical creatures. Women are emotional creatures. Y'all don't give a crap about logic. You bring us a problem, we want to fix it. Most time, y'all don't want to fix it. Y'all just want to be seen and heard and validated and have your feelings addressed. And it's like, we don't know how to do that. We don't understand that part. Does not compute. I legit feel my heart was ripped from my chest. Yeah, so send me a message, ma'am. I know it sucks. Send me a message and we'll go from there. If you guys are new here, my name is Scott. I'm a certified Christian divorce recovery coach, and I help people heal from divorce and breakups every day. I have a 10-week course on helping you detach from your ex and take your power back, okay? You don't have to stay stuck in this. Can roommate stage go back to what it was before? Yes, as long as you have 2 people that are willing to put in the work to do it. Oh, God, my back needs to pop. He sees them 50-50. Nope. Told I wasn't giving him enough attention and played me. He told me for the divorce he needed to work on ourselves and find each other. So what was her name? What was her name? There's nothing wrong with a couple taking a breather just to kind of cool the flames a little bit and everybody calm down and get our nervous systems regulated and then readdress it. It's no different than a timeout in the Super Bowl. You know, you got 3 seconds left on the clock. Maybe you need to take a timeout and let's get the game plan together a little tighter. We have a bunch of problems that are arguments. And in the end, she says I was lying to her, which I was not. And she left. Okay. All you can do is rest in your truth, man. It's not your job to convince these other people to stay. 7 years for nothing. I got you. He was abusive. I got you. So much anxiety. Okay. So get out of the house, go walk, start taking magnesium. That'll help. Also, removing the thing that's causing you anxiety and stress would probably be a good start too. She helped him play me. Okay. Well, it's probably not the first time you've been played. How many toxic relationships have you been in? Found my peace after 3 years of fighting. I found my peace 50-50 now. No child support. It works. When you work the program, you find your peace. Absolutely. This is a process, guys. There is no magic button. There is no easy button. I literally got this off of Amazon just so I could say that. There is no easy button.
That was easy.
You got to go through it. 18 years and he slept with my best friend. So you learned 2 things. 1, you don't have a best friend. And 2, you got a very unfaithful dude. So, Miss Stephanie, what does she have that you don't have? Oh. What does she have that you don't? Keep dropping your questions, guys. I appreciate the reposts. Appreciate the shares. Let's keep rocking, guys. You guys off today? You working? Where are we at? I need to check my schedule. I don't even know what all I have today. I've got 11, 12, 4, 5. All right. Let's go, guys. Yoga. I got you. You're a tree surgeon. Nice. Are you serious? Shit. Why does your TikTok say luxury clothes and real music and a blonde headed girl? That makes sense. Yeah, okay. Still trying to break the trauma bond. 279 days, no contact. Okay. So clearly something is missing in your healing journey. If you're still stuck 279 days in, then we need to have some serious conversations. We need to do some work. No contact is not the only way. Yeah, like there are other things that need to take place. We're struggling with a breakup. So drop your questions, guys. How do I go out again if I don't know what I like to do from being so sheltered in the relationship? How long have you been single and why are you wanting to go out? Has anybody in this chat truly found a romantic, healthy relationship at the club or a bar? You broke up and he has a girlfriend now. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Why would I say such a thing? Because he showed you who he truly was. He wasn't going to be able to give you the bare minimum. He chose another woman. Anytime somebody wants to walk away from your life, let them. Why would you ever want to audition for someone's love? No, thank you. Jason, don't come in here with your nonsense freaking spamming people, man. Get out of here with that bullcrap, dude. Report. Give me 1 second, guys. Spam. Submit. Block. Confirm. Sorry. All right. Hours in a horrible relationship for 3 years. What now? Things have finally ended and I know I can do better. Good. We have a baby. So what? Let him be a daddy. You be a mama. Some of y'all get hung up on somebody just because you had a kid with them. Listen to me. So many of y'all make the mistake of thinking that a baby is going to fix your toxic, crazy, freaking relationship. Some of y'all think that maybe if we get married and buy a house and do all these things and start a business together, that's going to fix our relationship. Nope. All you did now was put someone as in the middle of this crossfire. Not looking for anyone else, just to go out and do things to find myself again. Okay, so maybe let's start with the church. Let's start with your relationship with God first. And then, yes, you can definitely start to do things for yourself. How long have you been single? 24 years I've been with my wife. Okay, so why is there a female on your... All right, let me just block you because you're definitely not real. Block. All right, got you. What's up, Starships? Keep in mind, that's both your kids. Yep, I got you. I was the main one taking care of the kids, and now I only see them half the time. That is hard. It is hard. It is hard, but guess what? They're not your kids only. They're his kids too. Regardless of how pissed off you are at him and how much he's hurt you, they're still his kids too. They are just as much his as they are yours. I left my marriage 6 days ago. Husband is an alcoholic narcissist. He says he's changed and going to AA. Of course he did. Of course he says he's going to do that. They all say that. I can tell you probably 70% of the time that's false. He's just telling you that to bring you back. Can I find someone at 55? Yep. As of the 10th, I'm in the middle of a divorce. Okay. Why are y'all getting a divorce? Promises. What's up, Brandy? What's up, other Brandy? That's a lot of Brandies in here. How y'all doing? Been watching The Chosen. Helped me a lot through all this. Yeah, it's hard for me to watch The Chosen, man. I don't like it when you add other things to the Bible. I just don't like that. I get the idea, but no. You made your ex leave after 9 years. Why? Brandy, I see you, Brandy. How you doing? All right, guys, keep dropping your questions and comments. I want questions. Let's get this conversation going. I like answering questions. Let's go. What was added? A whole lot of stuff that's not in the Bible. Conversations and things like that. It's a lot of paraphrasing, things like that. Not to mention that the man who wrote it, a lot of the people that are there in the production and everything, they're not really, whatever. I'm not saying God can't move through that and help people. It's just not for me. That's how I'll leave it at that. 7 more months till I can divorce my dismissive, avoidant husband. I got you. So you're in North Carolina, or a state that makes you wait a year, right? Divorce is hard and it sucks going to the lawyer's office. It does. It does. But I promise you, your life will go on if you make it go on. This sucks. I mean, the separation of people, especially with a covenant of marriage, it sucks. But sometimes it's the very best thing that can happen to you, for you. Okay. Am I a pastor? No, but I have been an ordained minister for 12 years. What are ways to regulate the nervous system? You can look that up. What was your confirmation that you needed a divorce? I didn't want my divorce. My wife left me. My ex-wife left me. Okay. And now she's in a relationship and they're a perfect fit for each other. They really are. Now that I've looked back on everything, I think the only reason me and my ex-wife were truly brought together was to bring my children into the world. And we do a good job of raising them together. And she has an amazing fiance, and there's peace. How do you forgive and let go? Sometimes you don't have to forgive. Sometimes you just need to accept. By you not wanting to forgive someone, that means that they took something of value from you. And I don't believe that they did. You see, if I go inside your vehicle and I steal 2 pennies out of your ashtray, are there still ashtrays in cars? Never mind. I just told my age. If I take 2 pennies out of your cup holder in your car, you're probably not going to be too upset about that. But if I take $200 out of your glove box, you're going to probably have some feelings about that. Why? It's because it's more valuable to you. So by you not wanting to forgive someone, you're still saying that someone took something from you that was valuable. Is it that, or is it that you just don't really like being by yourself? I'm at a point in my life where if there's not peace and there's just fighting all the time and, any kind of disrespect or anything like that, then just go on down the road, man. Forgiveness is for us, not them. Well, the Bible says that they must repent. And that's the problem, is that so many of y'all, in order for you to actually forgive something, let's talk about that for a minute. In order for you to truly forgive someone in our hearts and minds as human beings, what does that other person have to do for us first? They have to apologize, right? What are the chances of that actually happening? What's up, Beck? What was his reason, Brandy, for wanting the divorce? We need them to apologize. We need that closure. Oh, I'm sorry I did you wrong. You need justice, especially all you women folks. That's a huge thing for y'all. Repent doesn't mean saying they are sorry. It means turning away from that behavior. Absolutely. They must feel sorry for it. They can apologize and not mean it. You dang right. They're just words. My husband of 16 years left and went to the Philippines, is with a 20-year-old living with her. That's gross. That's gross. I'm 47 years old. There ain't nothing that a 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28-year-old woman, 29-year-old woman's got to offer me. Ain't nothing. I'm good. I'm good, bro. You can have all them little young girls with all that energy. Not me. I like to sit around the house. I'm good. You can have all that. Left 8 months ago in 8 weeks, complete silence, 4 kids, just like that. Never came back. I'm trying. I got you. So send me a message, Wendy. I mean, I can help you with that. Mine went to the Philippines too. That's why we are divorced. Dang, apparently there's something going on in the Philippines. I can tell you what's going on in these other countries is that there's no Western women there. There's no American women there. These modern American women, not all y'all, but the majority of these younger generation are women. It's all about y'all's happiness in these relationships. I'm not even going to get on that tangent, but some of these men are going overseas because those women still hold the true values of marriage and duty. Planning for divorce after 19 years and 3 kiddos. Why? How do you get rid of hate towards an ex after 32 years? I'm not a hateful person. I've prayed about this. Again, it's because you're thinking that someone took something from you. It's also that you've gotten older and you really didn't want to have to start over with this nonsense of a dating world. It's trash. And you're basically playing Russian roulette coming out here trying to navigate a dating apps in the dating world. I mean, I'm going to tell you, I just don't think I would ever have the energy to do it again. I just don't think I would. No, thank you. Especially after doing what I do every single day and seeing all the bull crap that goes on behind the scenes and how freaking people are just not good people. Oh, let's go out on a date. Tell me your favorite color. What's your favorite food? I don't give a crap. Are you crazy? Let's start there. That would be a good starting point for a dating conversation, don't you think? Are you crazy? Let's pull out I said this in a while back, but I think there should be a Carfax for dating. Like every time you leave a relationship, someone leaves a report, like a Carfax. This thing has been in some crashes. This thing will abuse you. This thing is going to get all the attention that she needs, he needs, whatever. They're going to mistreat you, cheat on you with your best friend, be ugly to your kids, and they're going to leave you bankrupt. We need some Carfax for these dating things. Is you is or is you ain't crazy? Tell me that. Honestly, if I were to tell you a lot of the things that you guys need to know if you're starting to try to date somebody is pay attention to their social media. Are they posting a selfie every day? Do they need consistent attention from outside sources? Those are huge red flags. You should probably run. I literally watched a show on Netflix. If you guys haven't seen it, you should watch it. It's called The Crash. It's about this young girl who had been dating this boy for 4 years. He was a little older than her. She was 17. He was like 21. And she was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Like cuckoo, Luca. And she ended up deciding to drive him and her and one of their friends at 100 miles an hour into a brick wall. And she went to prison for it. You should go and watch it. I'm not going to say allegedly. All the evidence. I've been in law enforcement 14 years. I can tell you she's guilty. She's guilty as homemade sin. You should go watch it. Anyway, my wife left 4 months ago. She left my stepson with me. Okay, cool. What's his name? What's his name? Tell me you were with a toxic woman without telling me you were with one. I dated someone for 3 years and he just couldn't let go of his ex-girlfriend. Yeah, that's a problem. Could have been a trauma bond. You're watching it now, Sarah Ann. Listen, it's good, man. I did 14 years of law enforcement. I'm over here like first 48, like, let's go. All right, guys, we're talking about healing from divorce and breakups. If you guys are new here, my name is Scott. I'm a certified Christian divorce recovery coach. I've been doing this for about 3 years full time. Over 700 coaching clients helped. Going through a divorce, and especially if you're the one that didn't want it, it literally feels like a funeral. It literally feels like you were on a destination with someone in a plane and y'all were traveling on this journey, and all of a sudden they pushed you out and there's no parachute and they're just watching you fall. That's how it feels. You're just falling. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Just fall. And then you hit the ground and you don't die. It's crazy. The good news is that you didn't. That means you can heal. You may have a limp. You may have a little twist to you when you get done, but you can recover. And I promise you, one of the coolest things that I see with my clients is their ability to outgrow their ex. Feels like peace, not a funeral. Yeah, most women say that. Most women say that when they first leave, they experience peace and relief. It's called the relief stage, by the way. Did you know that the two happiest groups of people on the planet, ladies? Who do y'all think the two happiest groups of people are on the planet? Check this out. This is fun. Is it normal to still think of him after 1 year, no contact? Yeah, that's normal. Kids and the elderly? Actually, no. It's actually married men and single women. I haven't worked in 28 years and no valid college. I let them expire, so divorce, I'm screwed. Nah, you can get back out here and you can drive for Walmart and you can deliver food from. I know people making over $1,000 a week delivering groceries from Walmart. Married men, single women. 65% of all married men are content in their marriage, almost 75%. Almost 3 out of 4 men are happy in their marriage. Only 48% of women are. Yeah, let's go. Fun stuff, this psychology thing. What do you expect after the relief stage? I'm currently in the relief stage after leaving. So you may have a little bit of nostalgia where you start to maybe you pull out some pictures, maybe you scroll and you're like, oh, I remember that. You have advice for me to become a therapist? Yeah, buckle up for a whole lot of college and a whole lot of. I only need 2 more years of college to have my bachelor's degree in psychology. But then I would have to go through like 3 or 4 years or something like that just to get my license to do to actually be a therapist. Okay, so yeah, no thanks. I'll keep doing what I do as a coach. I like coaching people. What if you're in a trauma bond marriage and she's pregnant? What to do? First of all, has she ever cheated on you? Let's go, guys. The funeral happens before the divorce, grieve the end. Yeah, all women do that. All women will grieve a relationship long before she leaves physically. My husband says he's married. Well, yeah, he's your husband. What do you mean? All right, so here's what I would tell you, Nathan. You just told me you're in a trauma bond marriage and she's pregnant. What do I do? And I asked you if she cheated and you said yes. First thing I would do when the baby pops out is I would have a DNA test immediately. And I tell you that because 5 out of the last 7 men that I've coached now that were in that situation found out that the kid wasn't theirs. If she's throwing her vagina out here around like Santa Claus at a Christmas parade, you may want to put a little swab in the baby's mouth because there's a good chance that baby ain't going to be yours. Welcome to modern dating in American people. That is why in the Bible, it was so absolutely strictly enforced that on the wedding night that the woman had to be a virgin. So much to the point that in biblical days that if a woman was found not to be a virgin on her wedding night, that she was to be taken back to her mother and father and no longer on the earth. That's how serious it was. That's why. Absolutely. Y'all don't understand. That's what y'all don't understand is the majority of the women that are in here right now, y'all wouldn't be here right now. Who he was in biblical days, y'all would be dust. Y'all would be dust. Dust is. Yeah. Yeah. I saw a study. I love looking up psychology and stuff. I saw a thing this morning that said that women who have been very promiscuous in their life are insecure women. Or they have low confidence, excuse me. The women that have been very active, if you know what I mean, don't have a lot of confidence. But for the men that have been with a lot of women, they have a lot of confidence. It's crazy how different we are as human beings. I'm 36 and I've been with my husband for 22 years. What kind of marriage do you have, though? Just realized I'm married to a narcissist, married 17 years, 3 boys under 10. So lost. I got you. It's not ego. That's not ego at all. Listen to me. Y'all don't understand. How hard is it for a woman to get a dude to sleep with him? How hard is it for a man? How many dates does a man have to work hard to get a woman to be? Yeah, it's not hard at all. You literally can walk in the house and she's standing there in an apron and be like, how you doing, baby? And you like, game on. It's a lot harder for a man to achieve that same thing. So if a man can achieve those things, then he's definitely got some qualities that women are looking for. Y'all get so mad about men being players, but it's the players that y'all are attracted to. Keeping on, moving on. Let's keep going. We don't want to stir up the herd. Let's go. Women's standards are too high these days. Very much. Very much. Very, very, very much. But let's be honest, our standards are a little high too. Men have this misconception that we want to date the most beautiful woman. And the reason that we want to date the most beautiful woman is not really that we need the most beautiful woman. It's just that we want other men to think that we're awesome. That's why men get trophy wise. Look how cool I am. Look how awesome I am. That way I'm validated amongst the tribe of other men who think I'm cool. So you see, the ultimate flex is not having the hottest girl. The ultimate flex is having the girl that no other man can even approach, because she's so locked into you. Men, we are terrible about that. We buy the fancy cars, we lift our trucks with mud tires and big wheels and all these things, and we get the big boat and do all those things. Yeah, they're fun, but the main reason we do that is to try to impress other men. We want to look cool. And the reason why, women, let me educate y'all. Guy code. Men judge other men based off of the woman that's on their side. If you see a good-looking dude and he's in shape and he's kind of fit, but he's got a lagoon creature on his shoulder, you're going to be like, God, that dude ain't got no value. He looks so miserable. But if you see a mediocre type dude and he's got a smoke show with him, you're like, that dude's rich or something. We won't go into the something. But, right? Let's talk about psychology some more. Women, there's a thing called pre-selection. Y'all may know this. Most men don't have a clue about this. There's a thing called pre-selection, men. Pre-selection is if you've ever dated a really beautiful woman, you being with that beautiful woman has already validated you to the other beautiful women that you are valuable. It's called pre-selection. Look at Pete Davidson, prime example. What is the magic trick to break the trauma bond? There is no magic trick. It is a process of breaking an addiction, and it takes at least 10 weeks. That's why my course is 10 weeks long. Pre-selection. If you see a dude who's only 5'6" and he's doesn't have the greatest body, he's not really the most handsome guy, but he's got a hot woman with him, you're automatically going to think that he's rich or he's got something. There's something there. Look at Pete Davidson. This dude looks like a dang alien, but he dates some of the most beautiful women. It's like, okay, bro. So my course is $2,497. I got payment plans and financing available if you need it. How much is your team? Yeah, I just said that. A woman who knows her man's worth. Yeah, there is no trick. There is no easy button.
That was easy.
JoJo says you need advice. What do you need advice on, brother? It's all about the heart. That sounds so precious, Dome. That is not true. Maybe you're one of those rare women that believe that. It's not about the heart, because I coach men that are 6'5", make $5.5 million a year. Some of the biggest hearted, kindest, most handsome dudes you will ever see in your life. And they got cheated on. Look at Tom Brady. Tom Brady I think he's a pretty good, handsome dude, man. 6'4", $350 million network, good dad, knows how to dress, successful, 7-time MVP, Super Bowl champ. Got cheated on. She cheated on him with a jiu-jitsu instructor. May you advise the steps of breaking trauma bond. Yes, you send me a message and you apply for my program. I can give you a sentence or two, and it's not going to help you. Arrogance. Y'all say that, but is it arrogance or is it confidence? Because y'all say y'all want a nice guy who's going to be respectful and validate your emotional needs, but y'all continue to date the bad boys. Y'all are attracted to the bad boys. Did I give him your number yet? No, ma'am. Yeah, Joe, you're not giving me a whole lot of information. I still don't understand anything about what you're saying. You had an emotional affair. I was wrong. See, I love that. I love that part right there. I guess that's a female. She said, I had an emotional affair. I was wrong. She didn't say I had an emotional affair because he was working too much. I didn't have an affair because he wasn't validating me. None of those things. She took accountability. That's awesome. Joe, you're telling me that your mother-in-law is pregnant. Well, I don't understand why we need to know that, brother. I'm confused. Your mother-in-law's, yeah. If your mother-in-law's pregnant by you, brother, then you've got bigger concerns than me, and I can't help you. That's gross. Took ownership. Good. Oh, my Lord. I can't make it up, guys. This is what I see every single day. It's complicated. You think it's complicated? It wasn't too complicated for you to put your daggum crap over there. Let me hush. Woo, Lord, sweet Jesus. I caught that one. It's complicated. You think? God, dog, you're... So the child of your mother-in-law, oh, my sweet Jesus. Your new baby mama is the mama of your wife, and now y'all's child is going to be your wife's brother or sister. That is some math to be mathing right there. That's cute. I'm not going to give that any more attention. That's gross. No, I'm not going to say he's from Alabama because we're going to roll tide all day long. I ain't doing that. That's some freaking New Mexico stuff right there. I don't know what that is. That's West Virginia. Yeah, I'm not going to deal with that, man. You need to call Jerry Springer or somebody like that. They can probably help you more than that. Yeah. Woo, you need more than me. You need Jesus. You need repentance. You need to fall on your knees right now and find the Holy Spirit. Woo, Lord Jesus. Let's go. Shame on them. I hope he is joking. I don't know. I don't care if he's joking or not. It is what it is. Separation over a year. Filed for divorce a month ago. Is it okay to date? You've been separated for a year. You filed for a divorce a month ago. Is it okay to date? I would wait to date until the divorce is final because it can come back and bite you. Okay. Before you start dating, the biggest thing that I would recommend to you guys is stay single for 6 months to a year. Like actually stay single. Don't be talking, dating, flirting, anything crazy like that. Stay single. Why? Because you probably don't have a clue who you are outside of that relationship. What's up, Miss Mary? I see you down there. He says his what? Yeah, we got that. He needs to cut it off. I filed 3 weeks ago and felt she said he needs to cut it off. That took a minute for my brain to click that one. I got you. Woo! I filed 3 weeks ago and I felt immediate peace. Most women do. I don't know. What was your reason for leaving, Debbie? There's a huge difference in men and women, folks, and I'm just going to say it. Most men will sacrifice their happiness for their family. Most women will sacrifice their family for their happiness. So I'm curious as to why you left. And I know sometimes it sounds like I'm picking on you women. I'm trying to raise some awareness. I coach 75% women. I'm trying to raise some awareness as to where we actually are as a country. Yep, I understand. What's up, Missy? I see you down there. How you been? Where you been, woman? I've been separated for over 2 years, and I'm still learning who I am. Good. Good. I can't tell y'all how many men that I coach that come to me and their wife decided that because they were working so many hours and buying her a new Tahoe and building her a new house, and the kids had all the money for travel ball and new clothes and all these things, she decides that she's not happy. And she leaves or she cheats on him with another dude. And now because this dude works so much or whatever, he only gets to see his kids every other weekend. And the new dude gets to see him more than their own dad. It's a sad thing. My ex definitely did not sacrifice his happiness for his family. Hey, I understand. That's not always the case. Brendan said, most women sacrifice their family for their happiness. Modern women, yeah. And I know that because I see it every day. And I know that because if I ask a question right now that I've asked every single day this week, women, is it more important in marriage for you to do your duty as a wife, or is it more important for you to have happiness? Heck, let's do it. Women, is it more important for you to fulfill your duty as a wife? Is your marriage more about your wifely duty, or is it about your happiness? Be honest. Everybody's saying both now. Vital Living said happiness. There you go. There you go. Which blows my mind because I love you guys, but I really don't think y'all can be happy. I don't think y'all can be happy. Can we be truthful for just a few minutes? God gave you amazing eyebrows, and what do y'all do? Y'all shave them off and do all these things and do right. He gave you beautiful lips. And what do y'all do? You get lip filler. Okay. He gave you a decent body and all those things. You go and you modify it. Okay. You got blonde hair. You want it brown. You got straight hair. You want it curly. Really? My hair's not long enough. Let me put some extensions. Okay. I need a tan. Come on. Make it make sense. We're over here with wrinkles and dang gray beards, and we don't give a crap. We're gonna rock this crap. Let's go. I saw a psychologist the other day. He was talking about modern women. He said, all these older women are so jealous of these younger women that when their man leaves them for a younger woman and all those things, and they're just like, oh my God, he's so pathetic. And this therapist was like, a world-renowned therapist. He's like, it just blows. It's actually a she. She said, it blows my mind that these older women get mad that men leave for younger women when these older women spend so much money and time trying to make themselves look younger. Women, please own what you have. Y'all are beautiful just the way that you are. Does makeup amplify that? Of course it does. But a lot of that is just surface level nonsense. Okay. A lot of that is surface. Some of y'all spend so much time and energy trying to be something that you're not because social media and the modern world is trying to convince you otherwise. Now, I'm not telling you to give up on yourself and wear Tasmanian devil t-shirts and freaking flip-flops and daggone pajama bottoms to Walmart like we see every Saturday morning. I'm not telling you to give up on yourself. By all means, carry yourself with some pride and dignity, because that is attractive. The same way that y'all find men attractive who carry themselves well and have confidence, it's the same thing for us when we see you guys. And it doesn't matter how much weight you have, honestly. I'll say it just as easy as I can. Look at Adele. Adele is a beautiful woman, right? I think she looked better when she had weight than she does right now. It's the way that she carries herself. I've met a lot of women that were bigger women and they just carry themselves like they are the baddest chick on the planet. And it's just like, dang, girl, right? The same way that men do that. Adele had she had some weight loss surgery or something. Am I happier after the divorce? My divorce nearly destroyed me. I lost 27 pounds, didn't sleep for 3 months. I nearly went crazy. I literally did. But my divorce was the best thing to happen to me for me. I hated it for my kids. Okay. But I never wanted them to go through what I went through time and time again as a kid. I wanted them to have that mom and dad are still together. But that was the best thing to happen to me for me because it pushed me to grow. It pushed me to become the better man. It pushed me to become the best version of myself that I can be. And I'm not done. I don't know if I'll ever arrive there. I'm going to keep rocking. Okay. But that's the mission that you have to get on is I'm going to become the best version of myself that I can be. That's why I read books. That's why I take courses. That's why I have podcasts and audiobooks, when I'm at the gym and things like that. I want to be the best version of myself that I can possibly be. Now, notice that I didn't say I needed to become the best version of myself that I need to be so that I can find another wife and be married and do all those things. I'm trying to become the best version of me for me. There is a 12-year-old little boy that still lives inside of me that I am proud to say that I am becoming who he needed at 12 years old. Okay. I want to be the best father that I can be. I've been working through this. Let me tell you something. I've been working through this with my therapist. We're talking about what is your identity? So what is my identity? My identity is this. I know that I'm a Christian. I know that I am a husband, even though I'm not married. I know that I am a good man. I know that I'm a good father, and I know that I am a coach. Those are my identities, those 5 things. So when you have your identities, right, what you actually identify with, then we have to find our values of each one. So like if I have a value of being an awesome coach, and back in like when I first started coaching, I was working till 8, 9 o'clock at night. Well, guess what? I get my kids 2 on, 2 off every other weekend. So by my value and identity of wanting to be a good coach, I was sacrificing being a good dad. So you have to find those balances. So many of y'all are out here y'all are so focused on finding someone else. You want to really get out here and find somebody? You want to know the secret? Find you first. Find you first. Because once you figure out who you truly are and what you will and will not tolerate and what you stand for as a person, get over this need to have somebody in your life, then you're going to attract, when you become all those things, you're going to attract that person then. I refound her. Yeah. That's what's crazy about most of y'all that have anxious attachment, which is the majority of you guys. Those of you that have the anxious attachment, I used to have the same thing. I figured out that we have that deep-rooted fear of abandonment, right? But the problem is that we keep pouring into other people and trying to be everything for them and make sure they're good and all those things, so much to the point we do that so that people don't leave. If I can just be enough and do enough and say enough, they won't leave. But by doing that, we end up abandoning ourselves. And our abandonment is our biggest trigger. Make it make sense. I sleep every night in a bed with my cat, and now I'm at my happiness. Okay. I'm okay with dating myself. I'm 62 and graduating college on Thursday. Oh my God, I love that, dude. Y'all look at this. I don't want to hear y'all's excuses. Check this out. She says she's 105. I'm just kidding. She's 62 and graduating college on Thursday. Good job, Miss Diane. That's a prime example of, are you living your life or are you just existing in it? Good for you, man. You pick Project Man, that's because you've always had a need to be needed. The problem with, raise your hand if you're a people pleaser in here, or just type me. I know sometimes it's hard to find that emoji. If you're a people pleaser, say me. Okay, 99,000% of y'all's finna say that. Do y'all realize that because you're a people pleaser, you're always going to end up with someone who needs to constantly be pleased? Hey, Carol. You're always going to end up with someone who needs to be pleased. Let me explain something to y'all. All of you people pleasers in here, how's that working out for you? Does it work? How's that working out for you? You cannot earn love. Love is freely given. So, how do we fix the problem? Good question. You figure out what boundaries are. I would challenge you to go 1 week, this whole week, the rest of the week, I want you to say no to everybody. Don't be available. Say no. And then document what you feel when you say no. You cannot earn love. So many of y'all think if you just come out here and set yourselves on fire to keep everybody else warm, then that's going to be the thing that people are going to see your value in. I see it with men and women. Men have this misconception that if I come out here and I work a good job and I'm a good man and I treat her like a princess and I'm a good dad and I do all these things, she'll see my value and there's no way she would leave. They get cheated on the most. Women come out here and they usually end up with a douchebag, and it's like, if I could just let him continue to drink and flirt with other women and watch all the things on his computer screen and play video games, we won't have a problem. I heard a quote the other day that said, if you're always trying to be, if you're always having to be the bigger person, maybe you should stop hanging out with small people. Ouch. They want food, looks, money, and an attitude. Yeah. There was a time in my life when you wouldn't have I wouldn't have committed to a girl for the life of me. And I was not being a very good person at this time of my life. I can assure you, I was being a very mighty instrument for the devil. I was a rock star. I was doing all the things. I didn't give a crap about relationships or any of those things. Why? Because the majority of the relationships I had been in, they had cheated on me, or I kept picking the same woman over and over again. And I got into this mindset, which a lot of men have done lately, is that, you know what? I'm not going to try to get in a relationship. I'm just going to do some things in the bedroom and send them on down the line because that's safer for me. People suck. I don't know what to tell you. It is so hard to understand the modern dating and the modern mindset of marriages and all of those things. Marriage right now, 2026, 75% failure rate. Got a tattoo on my arm right here. It says Psalms 118:8. It says it's better to trust in the Lord than have any confidence in man. Why? People suck. People suck. 75% failure rate right now, 2026. 51% divorce rate. The other 25% stay because of kids. They stay for financial reasons, or they stay because they're in a trauma bond, or they're scared to be by themselves and start over. Marriage is done. Y'all talking about some vows till death do us part. How long has it been dead? Divorce 25 years, no regrets. I know my worth. God is my partner. Rock on. Enjoy your dogs and cats, ma'am. Good job on the college degree, though, for real. How do you make it work when you feel like it's not working? You can't. There are two people with their own feelings and their own pride and their own egos and their own emotions. You're taking two people who are kind of autonomous. They want to do things their own way. And we're going to put that together and make it work, right? Sounds impossible, doesn't it? The only way that it works is if both people are surrendering their entire lives to God and they are praying for and with each other every single day. It's going to take a man who is respectful and a woman who is not quarrelsome to start with. Bible says, do not live with a quarrelsome woman. It said it's better to live on the roof of a house in the corner or to live in the desert than to be with a quarrelsome woman. Sometimes y'all complain. Sometimes you have legitimate complaints, but sometimes y'all just have unrealistic expectations that this dude's going to be some freaking therapist. He's going to be everything. He's going to be the mechanic, the house painter, the financial guy, the strong protector, and the snuggly, cuddly, emotionally validating dude, and all those things. I'm like, okay. When do you know you've had enough? Only you know when you've had enough, Mr. Drake. You already know. The problem is that you just don't have the courage to step away. You already know. You're just looking for someone else to give you permission to step out. I would highly encourage you to look down, make sure you still have some huevos, and then use them. My ex started smoking that every day and then had the audacity to divorce me. How dare you smoky smoke and then divorce me, right? You didn't marry a man. You married a boy. We are separating after 7 years of marriage and one kid. Why, Steve? Why are we a statistic? I guess that my marriage has definitely failed, and it already has, and I know that it's my fault. Why is it your fault? Keep dropping your questions and comments. A lot of you guys are sending me messages about working with me one-on-one. Listen, only message me if you're serious about doing some work. I'm going to be direct with you. I'm not going to hurt your feelings or anything like that, but I will be direct with you, and I'll tell you some things that you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Okay? In my coaching program, you meet with me once a week for you meet with me once a week for 45 minutes each week. I'll keep a file on you just like my other clients from yesterday. We'll give homework each week. We'll go over all your biggest struggles each week. But you also have 7 days a week text and phone call support directly with my cell phone, directly with me. So I'm here with you through the whole process. I have financing and payment plans available. Only message me if you're serious, guys. Trying to get out of a relationship I've been in for 25 years has gone downhill, but there's child involved. There's children involved. I offered the co-parent make our friendship, and still he doesn't want that. Cheated on me 6 times. Every conversation is a fight. So, yeah, you're never going to be able to co-parent with that because this is a very unagreeable person. Co-parenting means that we're going to agree on how we're going to raise the kid. If he's unagreeable or disagreeable, whatever the word is, you're never going to agree. So the only option that you have is to do parallel parenting. That means you're going to do what you need to do for the kids. when they're on your time, and he's going to do what he needs to do for the kids when they're on his time. If you put them to bed at 8 o'clock, he puts them to bed at 10, so be it. It's just going to screw the kids up a little bit, but they'll adjust. My ex cheated over and over. I said I'd leave, then each time he would cry and go nuts. 70% of women that get cheated on stay. Make it make sense, women. Y'all want all these good men, these romantic, these sweet, snuggly, emotionally validating men, and then you get one, and you ain't happy, so you end up with a dude that cheats on you, and you stay 70% of the time. The dude that decides he wants to be physical with you in a not-so-friendly way, y'all stay in those relationships 85% of the time. How fun is that? Y'all stay in that crap. I see men doing this crap too. I see men that get cheated on every single day. I had some people message me this week. My wife's cheated on me 13 times. And I'm like, so when did you become the mayor of Simpville? Because the reason, men, please hear me. All the men in the chat, please hear me real quick. Women, please validate what I'm about to say. Men, hear me. If a woman can ever cheat on you emotionally, physically, whatever, don't ever take her back, because she's already lost respect for you. She's already lost respect for you. And it could be that you're just a super nice guy. Women don't want that crap. They want a dude who knows what he stands for, who has the balls to say, you know what, I'm not going to tolerate that. I'm not going to deal with that. Oh, well, you're just being rude. Or maybe I am, but I'm not going to deal with that. I'm just not. And I never knew this until I started working with mostly women. Women will actually test their man just to see. They will literally test you just to see if you're going to speak up and say something. I saw a study yesterday that said that 79% of married men have admitted that they just say that they just become agreeable just to avoid a fight. Almost 80% of men just shut their mouths and become agreeable even when they know they're right, just to keep the peace. Nuh-uh. Sorry. Ain't no yes, dear in this world. No, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Why is it so hard for us to get back to World War II type men? There's a book I want to recommend to all the men. Actually, two books. Two books I want to recommend to men. Number one, A Man's Guide to Women. You should definitely read this. This is an amazing thing by the Gottmans. Second book, Stand Firm and Act Like Men. This is a Christian book. Read them. There's another one, The Way of the Superior Man. Read that one. That's a good book. No More Mr. Nice Guy. Another good book. Why is it so difficult to find someone who is into Jesus? You have to understand something. When you're asking God to send you one of his sons, are you in a place in your life and in your faith and in your walk to be able to receive one of his sons? Money and looks doesn't matter. It's what's in the heart. Okay, so you're going to marry a 500-pound dude who makes $15,000 a year. Got it. Some of y'all women folks are literally like, I have so many of y'all message me, I'm just praying for God to send me the right one. God is not DoorDash dating. You think that, you know, these little romance books that you read or these little rom-com stupid movies that you watch, the guy's just going to knock on your door and that's it? Like Tyler Perry's movies drive me crazy. You got a woman who's being mistreated by some dude, and all of a sudden the UPS driver is the solution, and she's happy after she left 2 days ago. The Notebook. How many of y'all love the movie The Notebook? I did too, until I started doing what I do for a living. You realize that this was just puppy love in high school, right? We get that part, right? And the dude stayed loyal to her. Yeah, he had him something to fill in the blank while she was gone. She got engaged to a very successful, very handsome, very rich man who was very much in love with her, and she cheated on him. And we're like, oh my God, such a happy story. She cheated on him. Anyway. All right, guys, I got to get ready to rock. I got to get ready to do some coaching. If you guys need some help from me, make sure you send me a message. Make sure you guys send me some messages, and we'll go from there. The Choice is a lot better. The Choice is a really good movie. That's a good movie. A couple things you can count on with a Nicholas Sparks movie is that there's always going to be a canoe and some water with some birds, and it's going to rain on them. All right, guys. I love y'all. I'll see y'all later.